Yeah, niaje, hi, niaje Ling. Mhm. So, yeah, so far, how's trading been to you guys? Yeah, so, nimekuwa nje kiasi. So, I was held up kiasi and I've not been able to find time to, I've not been able to go live for a while, but then, but then today, yeah, I'm grateful. At least I found time. I made time. Okay, so the fact that we are now here. So let's see what happened. So on a higher time frame, okay, on 1H, what I can see is that yesterday what happened I mean, during the AM session, so it was a bit choppy. So I saw some people trade shorting, others trade going long, but then it was kinda not very good, not so good, not so good. Okay, I don't know. So if you caught something yesterday, well and good. So what I can see on the 1H is that we had this IFVG here. So this IFVG, so what happened is that we left this fair value gap. So it held price going higher. So we see this level really held price for a long time. Okay, so it really held price for a long time, and so that's promising. That was promising. Mhm. So yeah, we had that IVG. So today, it's on a Wednesday. I don't know. It's on a Wednesday, and let's see. I want to see the calendar. So what are we having? Yeah. So Amelia Rao, thank you for liking the live. Okay. Yeah. So today, okay, this level held price, and we had this. Okay. So in as much as it was dirty, choppy, so I'm interested in this last down close candle. So this candle here. So trade holding, and we create these short-term lows around here. So this low and also this one, we came and took it out, so that's nice. Again here we were having this, so this short-term high was taken out here today by 7 a.m. Okay, so we took out the short-term low and we saw that nice pullback. So what we need to ask ourselves is that, are we bullish or are we bearish? So if you can just comment today, are you bullish or you're bearish? Okay, or did you catch any trade today? So for me, I'm just getting into the markets right now. Yeah, so the only thing that I like that we had this IAVG, we trade into it, so held price going high, and then also this level. So let me see which level was this. So let me see on the 4H. On the 4H. So it was a 4H. It was a 4H IAVG. We trade to it, held price, and again. So it's doing that. Also around this price level, I'm also having this volume imbalance on the 4H. So on the 4H, I'm having a volume imbalance. So this is nice. So volume imbalance on the 4H. Okay. So let me see, let's just mark that, and also this. Okay, so that's a key level for me. So that's a key level. Yeah, so Kipruto, yeah, so welcome, thank you for the follow. So this volume imbalance, so I'm watching it on the 4H, so I want to see what happens. And also these are the 4H candle high. You have transformed a lot. I miss those days. Thank you. Deleted emails. Yeah, yeah, people really change, so yeah, thank you for that. But then have I really transformed? I don't know. Okay, so that happened. So this 4H volume balance. So we closed here. This we are now drawing inside this 4H candle. So it's some wick here. So we are drawing there. Took out this low and also this low on the 4H. Around this level, we are having that hourly IFVG, and also this one we are having this void. This this 4H fair value gap. So we trade and closed above it, so trade again into this 4H order blocks. So the three of these are close candles in a downtrend, so these are order blocks. So draw through the open and the low sensitive, most sensitive parts, and also the consequent and the mean threshold, that's the midpoint of these three candles. So maybe in the daily time frame, no, daily time frame we are not having anything, so only the 4H we were having this. So that's the reason why we had this nice push lower. Okay, so that, leaving that behind, so on the 4H now we're having this. So price doing this, and as I said before, I'm looking at this last down close candle. So this big one, this bigger one. Okay, so this bigger one, I'm looking at this, and so I want to see what price wants to do. So if it wants to trade lower, then still fine. If it wants to trade higher, also fine. But then we have to wait for something. So it has to give us something, okay? It has to give us something. So we really, yesterday what happened, it was really choppy. But then I could see, okay, Twitter and also TikTok, I could see, yeah, some people are posting they caught some shots, others they caught some long. But then for me, I mean, come on. Sorry guys. So for me, come on, like, come on, like, how can you afford to execute on such a PA? Trade gold level. 1H has the information. Yeah, 1H has the information. Thank you, Golden Piece. So guys, come on, like, how? Okay, scatter, like, yes, you can trade inside these conditions, but then I feel like it's always important to know the days whereby you just need to sit on hands. I mean, on such a day like yesterday, and also I don't know what the calendar had, but I guess it had nothing. So we had this choppiness, so small accumulation, then we had that expansion. Yeah, so trade back into, so if you could wait, just wait for the PM session, then you could have something. Okay, so wait for this, then PM session, it trade back into this hourly IAVG. Okay, so 130, you guys know 130, so merely 130 gave you that. So just go and see what 230 had. Okay, so 230 fair value, return into that fair value gap that was left after the expansion, taking out sell side liquidity, boom, return, and then that was some nice longs there. So if you trade during the PM session, that was something great, that was something good, that was something good, that was something nice. So 1H right now has everything. 25 130. Okay, so golden piece, looking for 25 130. Okay, nice. Guys, remember yesterday during the PM session we already respected this huh, what is it called, the hourly IAVG. So normally what happens that I still normally told us some of the liquidity points that you need to be looking at. Yeah, liquidity levels that you need to be looking at. But then right now it's not the best time to talk about all of that. So we can see this level is rejecting after taking out these lows. So this sell side liquidity has been purged. Okay, oops, why is it so different color? So there's sell side liquidity, and also it has tapped into this previous day low. So I don't know which low that was, but we traded down there, and right now I don't know where yesterday's first presented fair value gap was, but I guess we've tapped it. Yeah, there's a likelihood we've tapped it. So if at all I have time, so let me just check quickly. Yesterday's first presented fair value gap. So let's just check, no harm. So yesterday's first presented fair value gap, and also let me show you that PM session setup. So yesterday's so I just want to see first presented fair value gap. So that was that. So yeah, I guess this was it. Yep. First presented fair value gap. There's one here. So let me just extend it and also give it a different color, different coloring, and let's see what happens. So extend. So I've really tapped into that level. So again, apart from that, what we are having, so yesterday during the PM session, what I'm simply saying is that for those who normally trade the PM session, so let's see what happened. So we had these lows here relatively equal. Okay, so these lows here relatively smooth levels. So these lows, let me just, I guess we still have time because hiyo move hata bado like sijui kama sidhani kama imetokea. Relatively equal lows. Okay, so let me just put it at the bottom left. So relatively equal lows. Okay, so we'll leave that price level, and during the noon session, so we take out these highs, trade back into this you see this fair value gap here. So we trade back into that level, and mark you again up here we also having some vipi mzee poa sana. Up here we also having some relatively equal highs. So let me just highlight this relatively equal highs. So yesterday, if at all I was in this market, so this is something that I could have watched. Okay, so relatively equal highs, and also we had this low high lower low, then we really accumulated around this. So relatively equal highs and also relatively equal lows. So during the PM session, so we want to see what happens. So what are some of the major points that major levels that we are having once 130 open. So 130, So have we taken out any liquidity that we'd love for this market to take? Yes, so we've taken out these relatively equal lows. But then we did that before 130. So most of the time you understand that if we take liquidity before time, okay, so we took it out at exactly 12:57. So you understand that if we take out liquidity before time, so what's our time? 130. That's the PM session. So most of the time anticipate for accumulation, okay, so expect for price to chop. So you have to anticipate for this choppiness. Once we take out a major liquidity level before time, okay, before time, so time comes first, so price normally useless. So once you take out these relatively equal lows, and also you took out these two lows, okay, so these two lows that were taken out, we took it out by 103 thereabout. So we took it out by 103, but then 103, that's not the time that you were looking for, so it has to chop around. So we're waiting for time. Time is 130. So after this choppiness or accumulation, wait for expansion. So expansion simply means the market is tipping you its hands. So it's tipping me its hands. Where does it want to go to? Okay, so after this, it's tipping me its hands, and also it's leaving this level with speed and distance, leaving me some fair value gaps here. The first fair value gap, the second one, the third one. So I want to be using this level. So again, it also, remember, mark you, it had these relatively equal highs huku juu up here, and also it's giving us some minor relatively equal highs also here. So this high and also this high here. So this high fails to take out this. So there's something important, yeah, this is a blueprint. So the market tipping you its hand that right now something really interesting is going on. So we're having this high, this minor, so there's some minor relatively equal highs, okay, so top. So there's some minor relatively equal highs there, and time. So now time, do we take out that high after 130? No. So this one here was setting as a move, okay, for the 230. So normally, most of the time, what I normally like to do is that if truly indeed we're going to be bullish, then the first fair value gap that's formed here, yeah, I want to see price leave it unfilled, and then this second one, price should trade back into this one. But remember also this one here, what do you say, there was some original consolidation, then we expand, price returns to the original consolidation. So most of the time, look at this last down close candle, also this fair value gap, and also this one. So if it's really not going to be that bullish, then I'm expecting for it to trade back into this upper fair value gap and leave this lower fair value gap, but then again it can also still trade back into this lower fair value gap. So look, we want to see time. So time 2:30, okay, 2:30 p.m. Where are we trading at 2:30? There. So 2:30, between 1:30 and 2:30. So it gives us this. So return into this. Okay. So it trades back into this lower fair value gap and then expand. So low, higher, lower, low. Text is out. If you can see this, so it has traded back into this lower fair value gap. So this one, okay, so this one traded back there and left this. So this low, high, lower, low, speed, distance, changing state of delivery, fair value gap, price returns into this. So this was a setup, and also 2:30, if you can just wait for that second entry. So just wait for price to trade back into this. So what is this level? First presented fair value gap. So these first presented fair value gaps, they are normally important, okay, so you have to highlight them, draw them forward. So we trade back we just wait for price to trade and close above it. Okay, so once we trade and close above it, so there's a return into this first presented fair value gap. That's your entry. That's your entry. And because here we had this short-term low, so most of the time try and put your stop just below this, or if we didn't have this low, or we just had this fair value gap and did create this low, then I would have without doubt just placed my stop slightly below this first presented fair value gap. But then we see price rally, take out these minor relatively equal highs, and also that this one, these major, these relatively equal highs that I highlighted before. Yeah, so this was some. So regardless, if you could just wait for 230, still if you fail to see this one, you could just wait for this close above and then return, enter along there and grab this. So that was nice. Okay, that was nice. So if you can see such things, then you can be unstoppable. So today, what are we having? So you remember this level that I've highlighted here. Yeah, so we see what happens is that price has really meandered or consolidated, played around this level. So in as much as we purged lower, fair value gap, trade above, and then see this level holding price. Yeah, so many times. So this simply tells you how powerful these first presented fair value gaps are. Okay, how powerful these first presented fair value gaps are. So never doubt that knowledge. So you need to be well equipped, okay, with that. So have that in your arsenal. Okay, have that in your arsenal. So I can see this level. So this level here, we were having that what was it called, volume imbalance on the 4H. So for those who are not here, let me just show you. We were having this volume imbalance. So volume imbalance simply means so the definition of volume imbalance, simply two candles, yeah, the wicks overlap but then the bodies do not touch. So you see this candle, this up close candle, and also this up close candle. So we're having this, so the bodies, they are far apart, but then the wicks, you see hii inadungilia ndani, this is also doing that. So that's a volume imbalance. Okay, so let me just return these levels. So what happens that again, so we've tried trading above this first presented fair value gap, but then failed. Okay, failed, and it has traded back into that level that I've marked. So guys, see, right now price battling between the previous day's first presented fair value gap and this volume imbalance. So right now, imagine a first presented fair value gap battling with a 4H PDRA. So price does this, trades higher, so it leaves it and then tries trading into it. So you see these fluctuations. So return into this fair value gap and also this last down close candle, rejects, trades high, expands higher, and then returns into this level. Why this level? So you see that, and then finally expands, taking out this buy side, and so this level is promising that it's likely to hold. So if you can't see anything, then I'd highly advise that you stay off, keep off these charts, because something crazy is going on. So I was talking about the calendar. Okay, so the Forex Factory 9:40, 5 minutes VA. So let me see calendar. So calendar. So today, Monday, Tuesday. I think I filtered all of these. Okay. Yeah. So, oh, yesterday we had some really, there was so many news yesterday. So today, oh, FMC, Wallace Fix, so CPI on GBP, EURUSD, we're having some German info, business climate, FOMC member, Wallace Fix. So these are not, these are some medium impacts. These are some medium impact news. And tomorrow, I don't know what we're having tomorrow, but President Trump will be speaking. I don't know. ECB, that will affect the euro and the GBP. Unemployment claims. We're going to be having CPI tomorrow. God damn it. So CPI tomorrow. So guys, it's normally important to look at your calendar, okay? So right now, this is happening. So right now, if you are trading this market, so far, what are you having? Okay, what are you having? Because price really, I mean, it's really doing this around these two price levels. So are we going to break above this? Because if we break above this, then it's game over for those shots. Okay, so let me see 5 minutes. What are we having? So 5 minutes also doing this, but then guys, just see that our previous days first presented fair value gap still holding. So it's crazy, man, crazy. So on such days, okay, on such days, if you don't have any direction, okay, if you don't have any good direction, then if you know these levels, then just put your buys and stops should be below here, okay? Yeah, so we were eka by, put your buy limit, stop should be here, and then target whatever level you want to target, okay? Because if you want to do something like you want to enter, but then put your stops, I mean kufinyilia stop, okay, then you'll be cooked. Yeah, so that system of trading does not favor me. So I normally love trading in conditions whereby the market is really willing to go higher or lower, okay? So I don't want to trade in a condition whereby the market is really undecided. So it has to be kuna jamaa niliacha akisema strategy yako ni ngumu, ni kama liepa. Yeah, okay. Kitu napenda na watu kama hao, what I love about those such guys that they are really showcasing, I mean, they are undisciplined, their level of indiscipline in these charts, okay? Because it's like they are carpet bombing their weak emotions. Okay, trading doesn't require weak emotions. So it's like they're putting on that red jacket, okay, the one written that I'm not serious about this. Yeah, so I'm just a speculator, I'm just a gambler in this market. So yeah, she'll never worry you, okay? And then I normally take criticism as a very big bonus to success. So when someone is really criticizing me, then I know that I'm on the right path, okay? Yeah, because for you understand that we guys that we are doing this trading, yeah, we are like the lone wolves. We are lone wolves, okay? So we don't want to mingle with the herd, okay? Yeah, so we want to do things that people find to be hard, to be difficult, okay? So if someone comes to you that, oh, you're wasting your time doing such, then just tell them it's fine, you know. Yeah, you can just go and do whatever you feel is right for you. I mean, I won't judge you. Yeah, but then thank you for coming to my platform and telling me blah 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 blah. Okay, So whatever is happening here, so guys, remember 10:30. So today, to the right of 10:30, we've really had nothing. Yeah. Okay, in as much as ulikuwa umeshika hizi, so if you fail to see this, so email we opened, so this was our first range. So right now we're creating our second range. So our second range, so this level has promised to really hold. And what are we having here? So 10:30, we anticipate for what? A new range to form. So what new range? Yeah. So for us to form a new range, so price has to do certain things. So it either has to give us a setup, or it can continue with this accumulation. Okay, but then most of the time I'll really advise that if you fail to see anything, then don't even bother. Okay, don't even bother. So it's like there's a level that I've highlighted as really held price, because we create this short-term high, this short-term low, and also this low. So these two relatively equal. Took out this high and also this high. Okay, so this high taken out there, and also this high. Fair value gap. So we have having so many fair value gaps to the point that you might even be confused. But then, so finally, what did it do? So this low, high, this low, lower, lower, high, and then boom. So that to someone kuna mwenye alishaona like hiyo kitu, and right now he knows that this level is not going to hold. So those guys who are fighting to go long, right now they are panicking. So also this low, if they scale their stop upper, they have been taken out. It has given us this fair value gap, and also there's a smaller one. If it can also leave this fair value gap open, then this fair value gap can be useful. But then I'm not advocating that you do something, because lately these markets have been choppy, have been nuts, man. Yeah, so lately they have been nuts. So it's giving us this other fair value gap, but then if it's really heavy, I'm a weak, then it's likely not to give you anything. But then if you can see it, then man, you're a G. So just see it, journal it, and then yeah, don't fear missing out. Don't regret anything. Don't say that you didn't see anything. Yeah, it's really hard. But then if in such conditions you can remain calm, then well and good. Yeah, so 10:30. So there's 2022 model that has happened there, but then it didn't give something substantial. So those highs taken out, fair value gap, then return into this. So there's a failure swing. This high was protected. So 10:30 breakaway gap. So all of that happened, and boom. So man. Again, what I'm saying is that I can't advocate for you to trade inside. See this barcode, okay? Just wait for cleaner prices. Yeah, just wait for cleaner prices. Okay, kitu inanibamba ni like right now, okay, right now it's like I'm again in sync with my initial mentality, my previous mentality. Achana na hii mentality ya November, like the December mindset, because I've been trying to just execute on just each and every trade. I mean, and you guys have seen the losses. I mean, each and every single time I'm getting cooked because I'm not following my plan. I was just out of sync with it. So I told you guys too much was going on, yeah, externally, but then right now it's like everything is now coming together, and hopefully by next year, yeah, next year everything is going to be good, and we're going to we're going to do some funded accounts and show proofs of payouts and blah blah blah, all of that. Okay, so guys, stay tuned, and hopefully I pray for you guys that you have the wisdom to also do what I'll be doing. And Maze, let's fight poverty, so poverty is the enemy. I'm not your enemy. Okay, don't hate. I'm not your enemy. Yeah, so I took some time, and I've been going through my trades. I mean, I've been going through my trades, and all I can say is that, guys, discipline wins. Okay, it's only discipline that wins. So that level, I'm going to leave it. So there's two levels that we highlighted there. So if at all someone was trying to go long here, yeah, then probably he's been cooked, because around this price level, if you wanted to go long, then you are probably liquidity. Okay, so what I normally tell myself, that if I see something like this and I wanted to go long, then I can't even risk doing that. Because this is a low probability trade setup. Yeah, in as much as these levels respected. So between 1 minute, okay, 1 minute fair value gap, and 4H 4H volume imbalance. So you see 4H higher time frame normally wins. So or if at all this level was to hold, then at least it could have traded and closed above this volume imbalance. Then that could have been something. But then you see, so this was a tug of war. But then, like I normally say, okay, uh I'm a skinny thumb. Just blown a 50K account. I was long. Hassan Moha. Sorry about that, Moha. But then just understand that it's not the end. I mean, it's not the end. Okay, so just take some time out, and yeah, just give yourself some break. Then come again next year or January. Okay, and just grab another account. I mean, it's not the end. Yeah, I've also blown. I also did blow an account. Yeah, probably this month. Yeah, so I was having some 5K account. uh I think I had something to do with around $35 to pass it. Yeah, so I was remaining with around $35 to pass it. But then I ended up blowing it, so it's normal. So how painful can that be? Imagine you just remaining with $35 to pass it, but then you end up blowing it. Like, it's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, and that was phase two. So I also, yeah, so I've also lost an account, but then that was 5K. In as much as yako ni 50K, then so just don't panic. I mean, these things happen. These things happen. Yeah, these things happen, and you're going to buy another account. Yeah, and you're going to pass it. You're going to buy another account, you're going to pass it, and it's all going to be fine. Okay, okay, Moha. Yeah, so just look at your trades and see where you went wrong. Yeah, so see your execution. So are you executing around around some key price levels that's promising to deliver, or you're executing on, okay, like let's say on such a PA. So today, if at all you wanted to go long here, so just see this. So if you see something like this, it's normally a good idea to wait. Okay, so wait, because what's happening here is that if at all I want to go, if at all I want to go long, then what I'll be doing is that I'll simply be targeting this level. So you see this high and also this high. So these are some relatively equal highs, okay, around here. So what's happening here is that the market is creating for me some buy program. Okay, so if you are trading the market maker buy model, then you obviously know that before any, okay, market maker model has some stages. So we're having the original consolidation. So these are some of those things. Okay, original consolidation, and also if you look at the higher time frame, okay, so higher time frame charts, you'll find that the market most of the time will be showing you, ama will be tipping you its hands on what it wants to do. So Nani Play and Plug, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Follow. So like guys, let's just see this 5 minutes, chart. Okay, so up here immediately we took out that buy side. So price was doing this. So there's, you see this level, the way price is accumulating around here. So if you can see, hey, simply, if you can see this, so this was some level of accumulation, then we expand lower, then return to the original consolidation. So this was the low risk sell, and then immediately you leave this. So this was the reaccumulation or second stage accumulation. So normally it doesn't it's normally not that wild compared to this, but then after that you see that expansion. So after this, if it doesn't give some SMT, okay, so some SMT, that is during the macro, so we might have price do something like return into this and create some SMT, and then the final stage is normally the SMT, so whereby it checks out liquidity or trades. So if you look at the higher time frame, so if it comes and takes out this liquidity, then you anticipate SMT to happen around such levels. Okay, so someone who went short probably targeting these lows here. Now like hiyo itakuwa, that will be the end of that. I mean, not necessarily the end, but that will be something, and then you now have to sit tight and wait for more information. So what does the market wants to do next? Yeah, so if you look at the 4H, we had this, see these three up close candles in this downtrend. So this is an order block, the all of these sensitive part, the open and also the midpoint, or the open, the low, and also the main threshold, that's the midpoint. So we did that, and then we saw that. So around here, what we are seeing is that if it really wanted to go high again, then we were looking at this level. So you see, you remember those two levels that I've marked, that I highlighted? So these ones, and also there's previous days was presented fair value gap, whereby I was saying we were having that tug of war between these two levels. Okay, and finally we see there's a higher time frame for each fair volume imbalance held price. And so next target again, there's 1H, we're having some 1H IAVG here. So 1H IAVG, we've really trailed back again below that, and so the next target right now is these lows. So if you want to go long, then just have to wait for more information. But then the next target is these lows. Probably, yeah. On the daily, what are we? So on the daily, we're also drawing this price. So daily time frame. So if you are someone who normally just trades the daily liquidity, I mean the daily chart liquidity. So what normally happens that you normally wait for one side of liquidity to be taken out. So let's see, Tuesday's high buy side liquidity was taken out. So next target is Tuesday's sell side liquidity. So something like that, and then we wait. Or but then it's normally, so when trading indices and also futures, normally important to be taking partials along the way, because these markets, bro, these markets, I mean, they're normally nuts, and it can turn on you each and every time. So you find that it might probably what it was just doing was just drawing through this week. So it has drawn past the consequent encroachment, or the midpoint of this week, and also right now it's trading around the 75% level or the 25% level. So but then if I'm right, then this low should be, because here we're having some liquidity, so sell side liquidity. So that those people who went long here and their stops are resting around this price level. So what happens that the market maker will like to tip its hands and dip into that liquidity, okay, yeah, and offer some new price levels, okay. So probably on the daily time frame, the only thing that I'm interested in was you see there's the last down close candle, okay. So there's last down close candle that took out this Trump's candle. So I was told this was Friday's the 10th Friday candle. So this was Trump's candle. See, that day that Trump threatened to offer 100% tariff on China. So the markets went nuts, and you can see the effects of that, of such, okay. So that's normally one of the reasons why whenever I see Trump whenever he has a speech or he wants to say something, then it's normally important to wait for more information, yeah. So normally wait for more information. So let's say someone wanted to go long here. Imagine this is just a 1 day candle, so it surpasses all these ranges. So can just imagine that, okay. So Clouds Walk, thank you for the likes. Sam, thank you for liking the live. So right now this low, probably that's what we are coming for, yeah, that's what you're coming for. And yeah, man, it's crazy, 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 crazy. So it's normally said that whatever happened, yeah, whatever happened on the left shall open on the right. So everything that happened here is also everything that's going to happen in this price leg lower. So I can recall, such a signature reminds me of something that I used to do. So it was something like this. No. Sorry. So it was something like, can I really find it? Curve. So something like this. Oops. Curve. And also this one. Sorry. Tin, 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 tin. So whatever happens on the left shall also happen on the right. And if you measure the levels, okay, if you measure the levels, so the dealing range from this low to that high, this low to that high, you'll find that right now we're trading below the the equilibrium, okay, the equilibrium price. So equilibrium, right now we're trading around the equilibrium price. See this? So let me just show you guys clearly. So I normally say that equilibrium price, that's the fair price, okay, the fair value, and it's normally very undecisive. So initially we trailed back into that fair value, and then to the discount, dipped slightly to the discount, and then we had this nice pullback into the premium. So premium is the upper portion of this 50% level. So right now again we are trading around the fair value, and it's now dipping into the discount, okay. So around this price level, then it's normally very undecided, and because price is at fair value, okay, equal 50-50, 50-50, 50-50, anything can happen. So anything can happen, and in as much as yesterday we had tried dipping into the discount, and we had that nice return into the premium. So premium array was this 4H order block, 4H order block. See, there's 3 up close candles, so we just trailed back into that, and boom. So those guys who caught the shots, I mean, well, good for them, good for them, yeah. And so we've taken out that low, so we've taken out this low, this sell side, and there is our new range. So it was really heavy, and then did that. So right now, if let's say if at all you wanted to go short, then you want to go short here, then it will be like chasing price, because around this price level, okay, see this low, this level, I mean, bro, it's really rigged. I mean, it's so difficult. So you have to wait for price to trade back into any of these levels. So if it really wants to trade lower, okay, if it really wants to trade lower, then we have to wait for price to pull back into any price inefficiency that was left around these price levels, around these levels. Yeah, so right now we've taken out that sell side liquidity. Nice one. 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 10. And by the way, if you're someone who can always see such a thing happening, yeah, so something that happened here, in as much as it happened inside the accumulation, but then if at all you always have the eyes to see it, if at all you always have the eyes to see it, then if you can execute, then just execute, I mean. But then email left this, it was too heavy, so I was saying if this, so if it leaves this level, then this one was going to be breakaway, and then I was saying I want to see this level give us a fair value gap, and then it melted lower. So this was too heavy, so it only traded back into this upper one, this lower fair value gap, and then pushed lower. and until then it's been on steroids, so just offering lower prices, lower prices, lower prices, lower prices. So still good, okay. Yeah, so let's look at what happened in this other market. So let's look at the shiny metal. Kidogo tu. We're just looking at the shiny metal. So what happened? What transpired? 15 minutes. Okay, nice. So it keeps offering. So this high offered another high here, also offered another high, also offered this one. The clarity in price action is insanely good. Kwanza kwa FX. Okay. So let me see 1H on gold. So gold 1H, probably we're having these relatively equal highs. So gold still, if I was trading gold, then this level, this high and also this high. So what's happening is that retail traders are treating this level as a resistance level. So immediately price. So right now, if I'm not wrong, or if you're one of them, then I'm sorry to break your heart, but most probably you've drawn something like this, okay? So you've drawn something like this, and right now you are inside this trade and you want to offer lower prices. So you are treating this level as a resistance level. So price trade back into this. So visited it once, twice, three times, and right now you're in that trade. But then for me, if I was in this trade, then probably this high and this one, so relatively smooth, and I really want to see price rip higher above this, okay, with speed and distance. I mean rip above this level. So whatever I've said, I will come and look at it tomorrow. And ever since I've been analyzing gold, when I chap at hizo level. So this one chanieke sijui kantatoa bull's eye. So this one. So tomorrow, if we come back into, if we look at gold, we're likely to see this bull's eye hit, okay? So that one. Euro USD, let's look at Euro USD kidogo tu. So we had that nice what? Sorry about that. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we did that, and right now we're having this level, trade back, and fair value gap, boom. So time, price, New York opened. So hapa pia like just want to see price trade higher, you know, trade back into this fair value gap. Euro USD, GBP USD. Sorry about the chat. So I normally have some students, and yeah, I normally have students, so we're normally doing a lot. So that's the reason why you see these levels. Yeah, so this one here, yeah, also Euro USD, it's like I'm still bullish, on this. Bullish. Shida sasa, or you card forex, AUD card. So I normally don't AUD card. So let me add it, and then let me see what it had, what it offered. Oops. So if you're trading on a higher time frame, on a daily, and it's doing something like this, then hizi zinakwanga rahisi. So those guys who normally trade support resistance, okay, so it's the fact that it's accumulating around these points, so it's normally easy, because it's going to do the obvious thing. So once it trades about that level, into that level, then you expect for it to trade back into this low, trade back huko juu. So there's something that's really easy to trade. But then if you see such a price on lower time frame, then just avoid. On a 15 minutes, avoid. So there's 4H. So right now, if you look to the left on 4H, we're having really nothing huko chini. This low, the next target, and also around here we are really having nothing. On the 1H, equal lows kwa 4H, hebu nione. Yeah, so if you're trading the 4H, then just look at one level at a time, okay? So this low here, so we've drawn inside this week. So these weeks are normally important to look for. So next target simply should be the 50% level, and then the whole of this week. So you should be looking for something like that. Yeah, because on the 4H right now we have nothing, and probably be going up down. So once imetoka huko juu, the next target ni huko chini. So hizo ni vitu like si ngumu sana. But then the reason why I normally don't like trading such, because of this. See, there's accumulation, so it's too much. Too much. So there's a seek and destroy. This high, so we had this low, high, take out that high, take out this low, create a new high, take out the high. So there's a seek and destroy. It's normally ni mbaya. So oops, BTC kidogo, do I have it? Yeah, so BTC, boom. Okay. So this is crazy. BTC. Okay. Who. So BTC we called for it ianguke from this day. So we were here, and it has been going low ever since. So I also believe it's going to go to zero. So BTC will go to zero. Anyway, I'm kidding. But then it has to go lower, man. still has to go lower, has to go lower. So NQ yetu so na weekly kwa NQ, I mean if we trade below this level, yeah, on a weekly level, probably will happen maybe as we enter February, I mean January. So if we're going to trade below these levels, these lows here, yeah, so these are January, February price action. Once you trade below this level, then we'll be really looking for lower prices, yeah, because we anticipate for it to trade to give us something like this high, lower high, and then lower low with some fair value imbalances, some fair value gaps there. So we'll just anticipate for lower prices. Okay, so something like that. So that's what, if so this low here is simply this low that I've marked there. So if we can do something like this, then I'll really be anticipating for lower prices on this pair. But then for now, still nothing, because we're having this down close candle. We failed to take out this high, so still watching. So that I'm saying, if only if we're going to trade and close below this level, then I'll be looking for that. Okay, but for now it's one thing at a time. So on the daily, again, we also had this you see this fair value gap. So this was some daily fair value gap. So we trade to this trade holding, but then failed, close below. So this level held price, and it's right now it's pushing price huku chini. So guys, what I'm doing is this technical analysis. So there is one here. So most traders wanted to see this fair value gap hold price going higher, but then it failed. Yeah. So right now, if today we're going to close, then probably all of these, you want to see price do this. So what I want to see is that, see in this down close candle, if we're going to close, if we're going to have a close below this level, so if we close below this 50% level, then I'm going to be anticipating for this low to be taken out. So without thinking, I'm just going to see that this low is now going to be taken out. So we'll be here. So that's some future price action, but then for now we have to deal with this. So this fair value gap, we trade below it, so we'll be anticipating for price to trade back into this. So once we close below it, if it can, then just wick into this. So this fair value, this IFG now hold price going lower. We close below this, then we anticipate some speed distance below this low, and then that will confirm as to has a shift on a higher time frame. So something that I was saying here. So something like this. Yeah. Then we'll be targeting lower prices. So next target will be this bullish order block. So we'll want to see if price can trade into this. If it trades below it, then it will be game over, because if it trades below this, then what happens that we had this low, this down close candle inside an uptrend, and also another down close candles, two down close candles that overlapped dipped into this down close candle. So once we trade and close below this, then it's game over for this one. This one now will be weak, so it will just be giving price the chance to go lower. Yeah. So that's a lot. That's a lot. A lot, a lot. But then today, if at all you want to trade the AM session, just let it go. If you fail to catch any of these, just let it go. So what we failed to do was mark the first presented fair value gap, guys. So this first presented fair value gap, it will come handy next time. Okay, it will come handy next time. So it will come handy next time. So next time we're going to use it to support price. So nani anapinga? Nani anapinga? Yeah, so it's 11:14. So I want to close the live and go my way. Yeah, so guys, it was nice talking to you all, and yeah, I just have to go now. So the market has crashed around 300 points today. So was it Friday? Which day was that? Was it Friday or Thursday that it crashed around 500 points? I guess it was Friday. So today around 300 points. So maybe it might reach around 400 points. I don't know. But right now, if you want to go long, then you have to wait for the PM session. So the PM session will give you something. So at least that after we taken out this sell side liquidity, yeah, so the 15 minutes. So if you can't wait for the PM session, wait for the 10:50 11:10 macro, see if it can offer something. But then I'd still be careful. Yeah, so trade carefully. Trade carefully. Yeah, so till then, see you guys tomorrow. Guys.